Hi, and welcome back to Super Fun Kids Learning. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of Dollywood Splash Country. We love this park. We've been coming here for a long time, and I just kind of want to show you all about it and answer some questions for you and help you plan your vacation. So here we turned off Veterans Boulevard and we are coming into the park. To get to Splash Country, you come in the same way and enter the same way you would as if you were going to Dollywood. So coming down here, so off to the right here is the entrance and the parking lot to Dollywood. But again, it's the same entrance for Splash Country. So we will come along here. And you'll see the entrance here, and we come over and we will head up to the booths where you can pay for parking. So just a heads up, parking for Splash Country as of right now, it's $15 for general parking. It's $18 if you have an RV, and it is $38 if you want to do valet. Now Splash Country, the parking lot is much smaller than Dollywood. So I think, I don't know, I just don't see the benefit of paying valet unless you really want to do that. They do have plenty of handicap spots right up front. Otherwise, you still aren't going to have to walk that far for your parking. Now, if you happen to have a gold pass like we do, because we are obsessed with Dollywood, your parking is free. So you just show them the gold pass and they'll print your receipt. And also, if you have a gold pass, if you take in an RV, that's free as well. If you decide to do the valet with a gold pass, it is $26. So just keep that in mind. So normally we would head toward the left to get to Dollywood. Well, it's Splash Country, so we go off to the right. And it's very clearly marked. There's signs everywhere, so it's very easy to find. So we just come around here, following these cars. They keep the overflow parking for the trams to Dollywood on the left here. There are no trams at Splash Country because, again, the parking lot is very small. So here we are into the parking lot. This was filmed in early August, just to give you a heads up of what it looks like then. We've definitely been to the park where there's far fewer people. We've been to the park when there's far more people. So this is just kind of what it looks like. We're just taking a look around. A lot of empty spots here, but the park is really not that far. So we parked the car. We are walking up, and you can see the trolley to the Dream More, which runs constantly back and forth to the hotel. Here's the Splash Country sign. So if you do stay at the Dream More, there is the trolley there to take you back to your room if you need it. Otherwise, again, the car's not far. So it gets very, very hot here. So I do recommend a cover for your car or a window cover, just to keep your stuff from baking inside because it's very hot. So coming on up here, just to let you know, tickets for a one-day pass to Splash Country, they're running about $49.95 right now. If you did a one day to Dollywood and Splash Country, they are $79. If you do a season pass to Splash Country, you can do a Dollywood season pass for $114. You can do a Splash Country pass for $104, or you can combine them both for about $164. So that's what it's running right now. So we're coming up. I did not film the security entrance, but you go through and they check your bags, and they just make sure you're not carrying anything weird or dangerous. So you come through and they scan your tickets or your gold passes, and you walk in. To the left, there's a beautiful waterfall, lots of flowers, and you come in, and here are the main gates to the park. The first tip I'm going to give you right off the bat, be sure to bring some sort of water shoe or sandal or something to cover your feet. This ground gets super hot and it will protect your feet throughout the day while you're waiting in line, stuff like that, be sure to bring shoes. You will thank me later. And here's your park map right here. They're pretty helpful. It'll show you where all the attractions are, where to get different foods, tells you about the time saver pass, things like that. So be sure to check those out. They do offer these drink cups, so all season long, free refills, $29.99 if you get a Dollywood cup. You can do, let's see, day of purchase, 2 for $25, 1 for $15.99, and what that means is just the day of purchase you get free refills versus the $29.99 you get all season long free refills. So coming up here, we do have the Tailspin Racer. It is 42-inch height requirement. It's a 6-lane mat ride. It's 5 stories tall. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of in a weird spot to the front of the park, so we've actually missed it before. Like on our first trip, we didn't even notice it there. But just keep that in mind. Also, right next to that is a Big River Pavilion. It popped up in about 2009. It accommodates groups of 40 or more. So it sounds like if you're having a corporate event or a big family gathering, you can look into renting that out. I tried to get the rates for you, could not find them online, so just give them a call and see what that would run you if you're interested in renting that out. So coming up forward, again, we're just entering the park. So those slides are just immediately to your left, but over to your right here, you'll see that's where there's a bathhouse / changing rooms, showers, things like that. So where you can get yourself changed. So there's a lot going on right here. Immediately, like to the left, there are lockers and stuff, but I'm going to show you the lockers in detail in a few minutes because there's actually better space for lockers. Now, we just crossed over the lazy river and we're coming up on the Riverside trading post. So the Riverside trading post sells clothes, bathing suits, sunscreen, shoes, things like that. So you can take a look in here. So if you've forgotten anything, they'll probably have it there. If you do have a gold pass, be sure to show it because you do get a discount. I want to say it's like 10%. Save some money. Also, while we're walking around, I'll go ahead and tell you, Dollywood does offer time saver passes. There's H2O time saver. There's also H2O premium time saver passes. So basically what that does, H2O time saver runs about $22.78. It holds your place in line. There's a wristband. You go to the kiosk, which I will show you. You schedule your place in line, and it just kind of beats the crowd. If you have a gold pass, it's running about $18.23. The premium time saver package, again, you wear a wristband. That one's a little bit more expensive. It's $31.89, so about $32 if you don't have a gold pass. That one will reserve your place in line, but it cuts your wait time in half. So it's more of a scheduled thing. You get to bypass people waiting, even the time saver people waiting. For that, for gold pass, it's $27.34. So now I am showing you what they call retreats. This is actually canopies right here, Canopy Rentals. So for $50, basically you can rent one of these things. It's just a small house with 2 chairs, and it has some storage space in it. You can get park food delivered there. They do stress that there's no outside food or beverages there. I'll be honest, I do bring in juice boxes for my kid because I just have to. And they really haven't given me a hard time doing that, but they do say explicitly on the website, no outside food or drink, so just keep that in mind. But these things are cool. You can rent them. It's a little pricey, $50 or $45 if you have a gold pass. And it just comes with the 2 lounge chairs. It's got 65 square feet of shade. So if you just want a little retreat, you can definitely rent one of those. They have what's called a retreat. I'll show you those a little bit later. They are much bigger, they're much more expensive, but again, I'll show you those and talk about that if you're looking for, just a little private area for your family or your friends, or if you're having a birthday party there, that sort of thing. So that's nice to know. So this is the Downbound float trip. It's 1,500 foot river. Basically, it's a lazy river. If anyone's smaller than 36 inches, they must wear a life vest here. They must be accompanied by an adult that's 16 or older. But it's a lot of fun. You just float around and you end up back here at the waterfalls. But it's a nice way to see the park and some of the rides, and just take a nice float and enjoy the sun. So that one can definitely get crowded. When you walk in, people are walking back out of the ride, so they'll give you their floats, so you can usually grab a float that way and float around the river. Okay, so now we're coming up on Campsite Grill. This is just a little quick service place where you walk up and order at a counter. They have like bacon cheeseburgers, chicken tenders, chili cheese fries, pizza, all the good bad stuff that we love to eat at the theme park. That one can definitely get crowded. Right across from it is the fill and chill zone, so you can get one of the Dollywood cups and fill up here at spots like this. You can get Cokes, cotton candy, all that good stuff. We get pretzels from here, so popcorn, things like that. They do have Dippin' Dots all over the park as well, so if your kids like that or you like that, you can get those. Okay, so we continue on. Again, you come to these little huts where they sell sunglasses and stuff like that. So if you forgot anything, you can find it pretty easily. So here's our sign to show you which way the slides are. And I wanted to show you the lockers here. So here's our lockers. Basically the deal with these is it's $10 per day. There's no keys required, which is pretty great. You just use these little touch screens here. It's gonna ask you like for your birthday, so you have somebody put that in, and then it'll give you an option to pick a color on the screen, and that's kind of so they know it's you. So you put in your birthday, your color, and you swipe your card. They'll charge you $10, but then it's yours all day long. And if your kid, here's the size of the locker right there, but if your kids forget something or you forget something, you don't need a key to get back in. You just type in the date of birth, enter that PIN number, and you can get right back in. So here we have the Mountain Waves. It's their wave pool. It is 25,000 square feet, 6-foot waves. So this place gets really busy, but honestly it's a central hub. So this is where my family likes to set up camp. We usually try to get a chair under the shade and throw a towel on it, and we kind of meet back here. Our lockers we usually get are right there behind us. There's lots of places to eat right here. It's just kind of a nice central hub of the park, kind of in the middle of the park. So here we just passed Beaver Tails there. Beaver Tails sells fried dough. There's the watering hole, which has Cokes, drinks, ices, things like that. They also just added Trailhead tacos. The tacos are actually really good. It's tacos and nachos. You get chicken, pork, beef, things like that. So here we have Little Creek Falls. Basically, it's for little kids. Guests over 48 inches must be with someone that's less than 48 inches. It's a kids pool. It's got 2 little slides, a green slide, a red slide. Here is one of the retreats I told you about. So with that, this is the big one. It's 200 square feet. You can try to get it the day of, but they definitely recommend that you make them in advance. It holds up to 10 people, the reservation does. You can actually have a max of 14 people, but just know that they will charge you $10 for each additional person in your party. With that, you get, again, it's 200 square feet. It's satellite TV, ceiling fan, a dining table that seats 6. You get 4 lounge chairs that are out in the sun, which is kind of nice. Secure storage. Again, you can have park food delivery. They do stress no outside food or beverages. So that will run you $190 for the day, or it's $170 with a gold pass. To me, $190 is a little steep, but you have to make that call. If you had a birthday party or something, it might be nice, but otherwise I don't know that I would spend $190 for a day just to have covered seating. So anyway, that is an option though. This is the Big Bear Plunge. So this is a family raft ride. It's 36-inch minimum. Must have 3 per raft. The max is 4, so just know that. And you can see the end of the slide here. And it's so much fun. We really enjoyed this one. You just sit around in a circle, and it's pretty short, but it's pretty fun. So So, it is considered a thrill ride, so know that. Now, the one thing I'll tell you, as you can see here to the right, the people standing on the stairs, this line can get insane. That's pretty long for that line. And unfortunately, this one, the rafts just don't come back to you that fast. So you're usually waiting on a raft. So, if the line's not bad, definitely get on it. If the line's bad, I'd probably skip it and come back later in the day. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now we are coming up on my favorite ride. This one is the River Rush. I'm sure you've heard of this one. This was the water coaster. You have to be 42 inches tall to ride. It's got 4 big drops. It's 1,175 feet of track. So basically what it's telling us is if you have less than 4 in your party, you could, in theory, be put with other people. So like if a 1 or a 2 was getting in line, they might try to mix the family. So just know that, just to keep the people moving in line and keep the ride going. So they do have a weight limit of 700 pounds per boat. So they might break your family up a little bit to make that weight limit make sense. But it's an awesome ride. Highly recommend. This is actually my favorite ride in the whole park. It opened in 2013. It was voted the best new ride by Amusement Today's Golden Ticket Award. So whatever that means, that's fantastic. It's so much fun. It's always really, really popular. So highly recommend that ride. So this is part 1 of our tour. This is going to be broken into 2 parts. So be sure to check back with us. The next part, we're going to talk more about the really cool kids area. It's Bear Mountain Fire Tower and just some of the other slides, some of the big slides and stuff like that. So I hope you've enjoyed my walkthrough. And again, thanks so much. Be sure to subscribe and check out our other videos. We specialize in videos for kids and entertainment, educational, things like that. So we hope you have a great day. Thanks again.